Hi everyone, thank you for being here. I am doing a live, so just bear with me. I'll wait for a few seconds so people can find the feed. I'm just going to light a incense, but it's not working. If you are watching this video and we are not live, please feel free to skip ahead. I do have a few cards on the table already, which came out in my pre-shuffle. The question I asked was, what are the surrounding energies for the divine masculine at this time? If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for helping my channel and supporting me. And I'm very happy that I resonate for you, for new viewers. Thank you very much also for being here. And I hope you will return soon. Okay, so let's get started. So this is going to be a divine masculine check-in. This is currently the energies surrounding the masculine. I'm going to go on to ask what is in the masculine's thought space and heart space, and if there's any likely movement forward. Okay, so these are the pre-shuffle cards for the question, what are the energies surrounding the masculine at the moment? Now, the first cards we have out are the Ten of Wands and the Page of Swords. So this very well could mean that the masculine, whether this is actual energy or energy that is just kind of influencing him at the moment, this is really carrying a heavy burden about watching. And the funny thing is, I pulled that out, then I thought I'm going to go to the Wisdom Oracle to get a few cards to see if they can match up, and then the first one we got out was Observer. So this masculine is absolutely carrying a burden from watching this feminine. Okay, could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, another Aquarius, and we also have Earth and Water as well. So all four signs are present already. This particular masculine has probably been observing for quite some time, but I think this person has been trying to work out whether or not this feminine is single. Is there still hope to heal the relationship? Can I create this wish fulfillment? So the energy around him is definitely getting some help from the divine there. This is a major arcana. The major arcanas are something that is quite vital, you know, a vital energy that will impact this particular masculine and help him with this healing, okay? Calling on the divine. But he has absolutely confirmation, observer. If you were suspecting they may have been watching, that is your confirmation. So the next cards we have out for the energy surrounding him is the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Now this immediately tells me these fell together, which is why I've put them together. So this immediately tells me this particular masculine is walking away from being that person that hides behind perhaps material gains. Perhaps this masculine is somebody that has quite a lot of money, and this person perhaps didn't show their feelings. Well, this is saying actually now they are walking away to express their feelings. If you see this here, we have got the Ace of Cups, the next card out. So this is the divine cup of love, this innocent, pure offer of a new love. No, not necessarily a new love as in new person. Generally, when you are looking at a divine masculine reading, you do know you're masculine. However, this is a new love in the energy of, so perhaps a new way of offering this love to the feminine that perhaps this masculine hasn't offered before in the past. Okay. Now, the next card out that clarified that was the Breathe card. So I think this particular masculine might have been taking some time out to meditate and, you know, batten down the ego, deal with the emotions, go with the ebb and flow of what comes in and out of feeling I mean, let's be fair, okay? When there's a masculine and a feminine, they do feel each other's energies, whether or not they are aware. So this masculine has been feeling the energy of perhaps what he's put this feminine through, and he has been having to take some time out and perhaps practice some meditation. The card under that deck, we have Message in a Bottle. So perhaps the energy surrounding this particular masculine at the moment is bringing a message forward to his feminine. So obviously this is a masculine that hasn't been in communication with the feminine for some time. Let's go with the Witch's Wisdom Oracle card, see if we can get anything else for the energies surrounding the masculine at this time. The first card, Stability. Yeah, so that's good. So perhaps this time out in meditation and thinking about things has caused this masculine to be more stable in an emotional manner, or perhaps in the way that he approaches. Energy surrounding the masculine, please. What is this stability? Is this stability by oneself? I've placed it over that Four of Pentacles there, so perhaps this is emotion. I feel this is emotional stability as opposed to instability in the past. There is also a card of a staff, which is, as we all know, the Wand card. Oh, he's gained stability because he has gone through his initiation. Many readers, including myself, have said there are plenty of masculines that have been suffering with a dark night of the soul, depression, you know, maybe toxicity and perhaps some addiction behavior. There's been some things that's been going on regarding past lives and energies that have been coming back up. Okay, so this masculine is now in a stable energy because he has gone through this initiation, which is happening right now. This is happening in the winter. Okay, so if the winter energy is something that's resonating for you, this masculine's energy surrounding him is wanting to bring this offer of love in. Okay, the card underneath the witch's wisdom is the intensification. So while this masculine has been going through this initiation from spirit, it's absolutely intensified his connection to the divine and his connection with his feminine, whether or not he has shown that yet. Okay. I'll take the Witch's Tarot and just see if there's anything else we can get from the tarot for the energy surrounding the masculine at the moment. I can't read all your comments. I do apologise if you are commenting. Thank you for being here. The screen is off to my side. The first card then, the energy surrounding him, again, is the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups just here. It's absolutely walking away from things that no longer serve him. I'm wondering if this is a relationship perhaps he's been in with either himself or somebody else. This could be to do with home life, work life, a business, a partnership. Okay, let's have a look. Energy surrounding the masculine, walking away from this martyrdom. Same as the Four of Pentacles. Here we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man talks about seeing things from a different perspective, having to walk away to get that enlightenment, which is absolutely coming true with everything that's on the board here. We've got the stability and the initiation. The initiation happens when you have all this blood rushing to your head because you've been hanging up there for so long. Hangman talks about not wanting to move, martyrdom, again with the Four of Pentacles. This is being tight with your feelings and not wanting to express and actually refusing to express anything and not dealing with anything, just sitting up there and staying out of the way and saying, you know what, this is actually what I am, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this, so I'm just going to stay here and see if the universe will deal with it for me. And we all know that that doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work that way. However, this masculine is now walking away. This energy surrounding him is walking away from this waiting around kind of feeling, you know, because the next card we have out is the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about tradition, talks about commitment and solidity, you know, solidifying a relationship, doing things the right way and by the book. So the energy in this masculine is absolutely about, how do I get this done the right way and ensure that this is a stable, solid foundation? Underneath that deck still we have another Four of Pentacles. So already just the energy surrounding the masculine is already the energy is already mirroring itself with the sense that he has had this miserly, keep his feelings to himself, not tell you about, you know, perhaps what's been on his mind and in his heart. Okay, so I think this masculine has been regretting that for some time now, but rest assured he's absolutely been initiated by spirit. And in the winter time, which is now for us in the UK, this has been intensifying for this masculine. Might have had a Kundalini awakening or a certain uplift in his clairaudience, clairvoyance, that kind of connection, you know. Okay, so let's move on and we'll go ahead and we'll find out what the masculine is thinking about the feminine at this time. If you are looking to get a personal reading, please do look on one. I've not put it in my description at the moment. You can check my other videos and my channel and they will be in the description box below just there. Please do remember these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate for you at that time. But that said, there's always something here for you as time is fluid, okay? There are no coincidences. When we are in tune with our higher self, we do get led to the answers we are looking for at the right time. So, does this resonate for you already? Is this making any sense? Does this sound like your masculine? Has your masculine been hiding himself away and perhaps not communicating regarding feelings? Did this masculine feel a little bit cold at some point towards you? I think he's certainly gone within and felt that himself. Is carrying this burden, wanting to reach out. As you can see in the star card just there, this star is reaching up to the heavens and asking for the divine to step in. And this is a major arcana. This is the divine stepping in with this energy, going to this masculine that there is hope and just to have faith. Okay, so I believe this masculine does have faith, whether or not he has reached out to you yet or not. Let's pop off and see what are the masculine's thoughts about the feminine at this time. Divine masculine, what are your thoughts regarding the divine feminine at this time, please? Thank you. These are upside down. There's no communication. 8 of Wands. That is usually the fiery, passionate, in and out communication. This is the King of Wands, fire. But this is also arrogance and upset. This is not a happy person. Let's just say that. Both fire cards, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This masculine is thinking there is no communication, and if there was, perhaps it might be a little harsh. What else are you thinking, masculine? Why are you thinking like that? The divine masculine over here, this is quite an egoic card, okay? So perhaps very much in the ego, or has been in the ego, and that has caused this masculine sleepless nights. Can't sleep at night. He's up at all hours, in and out of bed, getting up, going back to the lounge, back to bed, make a coffee. Can't sleep. Can't stop thinking. Can't stop thinking about what's happened in the past and how this came to be no communication. Perhaps thinking about this ego and how it needs to be tamed. Maybe it has been tamed. The King of Wands in reverse, though, he's not a pleasant chap to be dealing with, okay? Absolutely. Can you see what's coming out here? 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups says, I am feeling... Well, he is feeling depressed and sorrowful and pitiful and can't quite believe this is the card of what have I done? This is my actions. It was my stupid behaviours that kicked these cups over. And generally in the standard traditional Rider-Waite deck, this particular card is a person standing up with three cups fallen over in front of them and they are spilled. But behind them is the 2 cups, you know, the soulmate cups, which they're just refusing to look at. So this is very much of a woeful, woe is me. I've been in this energy too long and I don't know how to get out of this cycle. How do I break that chain to bring back this communication? This masculine is absolutely feeling the effects of this no communication with the feminine. And I want to say has a bruised ego. What are you thinking, masculine, regarding this feminine? He's thinking that he needs to get back into his Emperor energy. This could be an Aries, okay? We could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then another Aries, okay? So this Aries is the boss. This is the CEO. This is the guy that shouts the orders and someone else runs off and does it for him. He does his throne. A simple stamp of that stick just there and everything gets done. This is the bloke in his power, okay? This is the one knowing what he wants and how to get it. This person can strategize and plan and has the resources and the ability to get everything done without lifting too much of a finger. That's the masculine energy, and this is the masculine very aware now that actually in order to bring the communication back to this feminine, he has to pull himself together and get back into that Emperor mode. This could also be with the King of Wands upside down. This could also be maybe a bit aggressive, a bit angry, okay? Let's see, what are you thinking, masculine, regarding the feminine at this time? If you are just joining us and we are live, thank you very much for being here. We are currently asking what is the masculine thinking towards the feminine. Again, if you're joining the live, we did start out with the current energies regarding the masculine around him. If you would like to rewind the video, please do that. Rewind, skip back. I don't know what you call it these days. Masculine, what are your thoughts right now regarding the feminine? How are you thinking about this connection? Can you tell us anything else, please? We have no communication quite clearly. Perhaps miscommunication causing sleepless nights and sorrow. We have the Emperor energy smack bang in the middle, or at least it should be if I get some more cards. Oh, hello. Oh, there's the Four of Pentacles again. So the next card is the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Absolute depression and deception, cheating, stealing, backstabbing, and being an utter arse. This masculine is aware of this energy. What happened then? It created, when you've got abundance, this is lack of. This is not having that full committed relationship with the person he was meant to have it with. Perhaps this person was with somebody else. We have got, again, the Four of Pentacles. This is talking about holding on to money, finances, pettiness, arguments, refusing to open up. Absolutely standing there, protecting myself, arms folded. I'm not doing anything about this situation. This is simply mine. I'm keeping this, whether it's how they feel about you, whether it's how they, what they do with the money. That is that energy. But this is steaming in with some information. So perhaps this masculine is thinking about moving forward and coming towards you to speak. But it looks to me like at the moment on their mind is very much to do with the energy of why you stopped speaking in the first place. The card underneath there is the Hermit, again with the Ten of Wands underneath the Hermit, carrying the heavy burden and having to sit in silence and ignore your phone, turn everything off, ignore everybody to work out where it is that you've gone wrong and how do you make it better. Let me clarify with some tarot. This is the Gilded Tarot. Let's see what this Eight of Wands in reverse is here for. There we go. Perhaps not being, or perhaps not coming forward with the truth about their relationship status. This is absolutely a single person, somebody that is quite happy by themselves. This could be thinking about you being that way. This could be thinking about them being that way. Perhaps they think you broke off the communication, perhaps because you wanted to go and explore avenues elsewhere with somebody else, because this is a single person that's quite happy by themselves, but they can, just pop off and have a date if they feel like. And this masculine is definitely thinking now, is she single? Did I, can I tell her I'm single? Is she dating someone else? What's the King of Wands in reverse for, please? Masculine's thoughts towards the feminine. Five of Wands, this is counteractive, this is arguing and fighting and being in that, I'm going to do this, no I'm not kind of attitude. I'm going to ring her today. No, I'm not. Fighting with yourself and fighting with your thoughts. Maybe fighting over the traditional way of approaching. Again, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant came out in the energy surrounding the masculine. This is wanting that traditional, solid, stable, committed relationship. Again, another twin flame card. This is talking about wanting to get over the conflict, needing to come out of this energy to be able to bring this to something solid, perhaps. What's the Nine of Swords regarding, please? Masculine's thoughts towards the feminine. What is the Nine of Swords regarding? That was the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Nine of Swords is sleepless nights, is not getting out of that mindful prison about this abundant, affluent, female, feminine energy that could very well be Queen. She could very well be giving her love to someone else, and I think this masculine could be thinking about that at the time, and that's why there is this eight of Swords clarifying the Nine of Swords. This masculine cannot sleep, blot out of the soul, absolutely so. The Five of Cups is clarified with the Six of Wands, wanting that victorious, happy ever after, but absolutely not getting it because of your behaviour. The Two of Cups is here, the Ten of Wands and the Lovers carrying that burden because this is a divine connection that he didn't recognise. I think this masculine absolutely ignored the signs and synchronicities from the universe, perhaps wasn't prepared to believe that something like this was even real. Which, you know, I mean, I think a lot of people to start with, a connection like this isn't something that's of the norm. It's not what people on a three-dimensional level, when they're talking about relationships, actually would expect from a relationship. So this is definitely Five of Cups, clarified with the Five of Cups, trying to get a victorious, happy ending, this wish fulfillment, this party, this success, this joy, this celebration with this soulmate, divine feminine of this masculine, but he can't, because this what he did. Ten of Wands again. That's the third time we've seen it already. Oops. Okay, so let's clarify. I think I know where the Empress is. So I'm going to clarify, what is the Ten of Swords, please? Why is the Ten of Swords there? Thoughts towards the feminine. Perhaps this masculine could be thinking, have you deceived him again? Have you came forward as a single person and perhaps you wasn't? This one wants to come out. The deception was the slow offer. The slow, steady moving knight that took his time, went through all those seasons and never got there. That was the deception. Very aware. So the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please. Why is this here? Why is there 10 of Pentacles here? Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Queen of Wands. This was meant to be that happy ever after with his divine feminine. But this threw him off course because the communication ended. This King of Wands and Queen of Wands never got to this 10 of Pentacles. This did not happen because of past actions. That's what he's thinking about right now. What's this Four of Pentacles? Why is the Four of Pentacles here, masculine, in your thoughts towards your feminine? Fine, masculine, thoughts towards the feminine. Four of Pentacles, what are you holding on to? You're thinking about something you've held on to. Bringing out the sun. Bringing out the, well, the happiness, the joy, and the childlike nature. The most beautiful card in the deck. Absolutely refusing to see the light. The Four of Pentacles, I am holding on to my three-dimensional way of living, this materialistic way of living, and I cannot see that sunshine staring down on me, showing me the way. What's the Knight of Swords bringing, masculine? What's his thoughts of the feminine with the Knight of Swords steaming in with this information, whether it be welcomed or not? What is this Knight of Swords, please? Fast moving communication, or are these just fast moving thoughts? I want to give you the world, is what I just heard. I want to give my feminine the world. I want to get this celebration and bring back this communication and have our happy times again. We want to celebrate and have parties and, you know, be a little bit joyful and exciting in life. Complete this cycle of going round and round of no communication and have that joyous, passionate new beginning, the gift from the divine, the Ace of Wands. Thinking about wanting a new start, but what does that mean? Does it mean it brings one? That's the question we want to know, isn't it? I think what we'll do is we'll go with some more tarot for the question of how is he feeling towards the feminine, because that's what we all want to know, really. How does the masculine feel at the moment towards the divine feminine, and if there will be any movement forward. Let's get into the nitty gritty, and then I'll get some tarot and I will use, I think I'm going to go for the Gilded Reverie, see if that can give us more information. It's quite a detailed deck, that. Let's see if we can get some more detail from that on the next question. If you are still with me, thank you very much for being here. And if you are enjoying the reading, if it's resonating for you, please do remember to like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, please do hit the notification button so you will be notified when a new video comes up. And of course, if you are looking to get a personal reading, I don't think it's there on the live at the moment, but the information will be in the description box below once I have completed the reading today and added it in there again. There are other videos on my channel which do tell you how to get a personal. Okay. Again, do remember these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate for everybody, but that said, there are no coincidences, and if you are here now, you are here for a reason, okay? Please do only take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Energies are also fluid, so masculine and feminine can relate to either a male or a female person. It makes no odds. Take what resonates for you and let the rest fly. Divine Masculine, can you tell us of your feminines, how you are feeling regarding your feminine right now? How do you feel towards your Divine Feminine Masculine? How long have I been on for? 2 of Wands, making a decision, still. 26 minutes. 2 of Wands is, are we taking the path less travelled, or are we going down the same road we've been down before? There is Leo or Sagittarius, starting at the beginning, taking the Ace of Wands and making those plans. This is like business meetings and business proposals, okay? If you starting out on a new journey and a new path when it comes to work, and you're starting a new business, you do need a business plan. This is making those plans to, I'm going to make these goals and that's going to be my path to it. But this is talking about standing there and not actually doing that yet. What are you towards the feminine? She is my Empress. This feminine is absolutely fertile. She is the growth. This is talking about, same as the masculine, the Empress is the Queen of all queens. She is the embodiment of divine feminine power. She is spiritual and intuitive. She's joyous. She literally embodies everything of the other queens. Okay, she is the most powerful of them. The feelings are that she is in her energy. Okay, so the next cards we have are the 5 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Wands. So upright, the 3 of Wands is looking out, waiting for the ships to come in, waiting on that opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. Okay, this is running out of the opportunity, perhaps not collecting the ship when it came in. The 5 of Swords is being a complete and utter arsehole. This is somebody who you do not want to welcome into your life. This energy is not nice or pleasant at all. This is somebody who will win at all costs, but this is in reverse because this person has had this energy and they have dealt with it, okay? So if this is your masculine thinking, feeling about you at the moment, this is, I know I cannot approach. There will be no opportunity if I approach in the 5 of Swords manner and not in my truth. He is feeling like he made a mistake because the opportunity was then taken away from this masculine. How are you feeling right now, masculine, regarding the feminine? There it is again, the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Again, energies are fluid, so male or female in the cards, it doesn't matter. These are general readings, but this particular card is talking about intuitive and passion and love. This is knowing where your heart lies and wanting to offer it. This cup is it's in this Queen's hand just here. You can see it's being gifted from the divine over here, and this Queen has taken this cup and said thank you. And this masculine is thinking, this is how I want to approach my feminine now in the embodiment of love. I need to use my intuition, and I am feeling that intuitively he is feeling a love from a deeper level. It's just telling me deeper level love now to actually be able to offer it, knowing that this feminine has stood by him and been loyal to a fault, you know. Excuse me. How are you feeling regarding the feminine? Again, this Ace of Cups denotes new love. It does talk about the naivety, let's say, and the immaturity of new love. You know, that fun and not sure where it's going to go, but doesn't really matter. Let's just jump in feet first. You know, young love is what it reminds me of. Young love, the excitement, the giddiness, which is really nice. And the Queen there is the emotional stability. So this is all that rolled into one. This masculine is feeling that right now and wanting to bring it forward. How else are you feeling, masculine, regarding your divine feminine at the moment? Do I end the reading now? I am feeling towards my feminine that she is my stable security. She is my happy ever after. the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, both at the same time. The last two cards in the how is the masculine feeling question. We have 8 cards and 4 of them are quite genuine offers of love. Solid, stable, committed relationship, abundance, finances, having everything you ever need. Both these cards completing that cycle of the trauma, of the stress, the emotional upheaval to get to that one person that you know you're going to spend the rest of your days with. And here we have again, underneath is the Ace of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, again, could be Gemini, could be Taurus, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Oh, bugger, I just bent that. Sorry. There's definitely sleepless anxiety, though, about this. He's definitely feeling it in his heart. He does want to make this offer. I've just bent this card. Whoops. And he is wanting to bring forth this passionate new beginning. Really good. Let's clarify with the Witch's Tarot. So I would like to say that this decision here is about how do I move forward. Because he knows that the Empress is in her power, the Divine Feminine is quite intuitive and see through things, you know. You can preempt it before it happens, usually, the Divine Feminine, and the Masculine is very aware of this. Very aware that this three-dimensional way of telling what seems to be white lies are seen straight through when it is the Divine Feminine is trying to do that with. So what is this Two of Wands, please? Nope. That was the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, the Seven of Cups that came out then. He wants to talk about this deception. I am making a decision with how I feel about the deception and the communication, the deceptive communication, not being honest in the approach, feeling like there was, maybe it could be on your part feminine. I mean, the feminines are not innocent in any of this. We've all got our parts to play in these relationships, and there are certain things that both feminine and masculine do have to apologize for, okay? And this could very well be not necessarily cheating on somebody or stealing. This could just be a deceptive nature, not being completely honest. But it is the Ten of Swords. It is definitely over, but this is a decision now on how do I bring in this communication about this past deception. What's the Empress here for, please? How the masculine is feeling towards the feminine right now. Where's the Empress here? She's going to see straight through any lies that I may try and bring. Another nasty card. Five of Swords, Page of Swords. We got this early, didn't we? Page of Swords is spying, bringing in information, or just sitting and watching and waiting for that right time, a bit like the Three of Wands, which is next to it. So, why is the Three of Wands in reversed? How the masculine is feeling regarding the feminines. That's too many. Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, wanting to build on making an offer, to bring out the Sun again, the Four with a new beginning, having to meditate to move forward. I'm not going to put them out because there's too many to go on the table, but he knows that opportunity didn't come in because he didn't make those moves. He didn't sit and take note of his spiritual side, his emotional side. He went more on the three-dimensional, straight for the cerebral thoughts and impressions that it might make on society itself. Didn't go with anything at all emotional or spiritual. That's what I'm getting from that. Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups, please. Divine masculine's feelings towards the feminine at this time. Oh, there we go. Is that coming? Valentine's Day. I wonder if that's affecting this particular masculine. I need my strength to bring back this Ten of Cups. I want to offer this cup of love. The other card that was poking out is the Page of Pentacles, which makes absolute sense. Wants to come forward with this offer. Okay, was hoping so desperately that this Queen of Cups, this particular Divine Feminine will accept that cup. He knows that he can't come in with this small, minute offer because it's had to take a great deal of strength to open himself up to the emotions that he feels for his feminine and this 10 of Cups that he is looking to get with his feminine. How beautiful is that? Again, this is just feelings, so not necessarily movement yet, but clarification that this masculine is making a decision to come and speak truthfully about this past deceptive nature, the spying, the lying, the cheating, wanting to come forward with this innocent offer, this sincere, genuine offer of love to this intuitive female that he knows he has to muster up a lot of strength, perhaps because he's had to fight an ego from something that happened in the past. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, and let's clarify, please. That's too many again. Oh, well, I will take them because they make a lot of sense. 5 of Cups, okay. Feeling sorrowful and mourning what he should have done when he should have offered this knight in a faster moving manner. The Knight of Pentacles is the solid and sincere, genuine offer. It does arrive, but this masculine didn't because he kept secrets. The Moon card talks about illuminating the secrets when the Tower dropped down. The Tower dropped down when the communication fell through with the Divine Feminine. You cannot make any of this up. This is unbelievable. And there's the 3 of Cups underneath there, and I think this is just talking about wanting to bring back a celebration, nothing more. Okay? Divine Masculine's feelings towards the feminine at this time. Actually, I'm going to clear these and get more space. I think it'd be more beneficial to have the whole table, because I'm going to take the Witch's Wisdom, then I'll do some Oracle. Gilded Reverie first. So we'll still be on the heart space and the feelings. I'm just going to remove the tarot cards so we can get more space to get a clearer read with the deeper cards. And again, if you're still with me, thank you very much for being here. I am very happy that I resonate for you. And again, please do remember to subscribe and like the video. And when you subscribe, hit the notification button. It's very important. Right then, there's that cup of love jumped out as I'm trying to shuffle it back in, desperately wanting to offer this cup of love. I need to cough, please excuse me. Could be having the masculine clearing out their throat chakra right now. So let's go with Gilded Reverie, then we'll take the Witch's Wisdom. So what is the heart space, feelings towards the feminine at the moment, masculine? Can you give us more detail, please? How are you feeling regarding this connection with the feminine? How do you feel about the Divine Feminine at this time? What are your feelings, masculine? Anything to tell us with the Gilded Reverie? So the Norman deck, this is the expanded edition. I don't know if I've told you that already. This has 2 Divine Feminines, 2 Divine Masculines, and 2 Messenger cards, okay? There is one of the Divine Masculines just popped out. How is he feeling? He is feeling full in his power. This is the masculine that wears the symbol of Mars. He is definitely embodying everything about the masculine and his power. Is looking at the house. The house is a family and a base. It's your home, stability, comfort, and living arrangements. This is your sanctuary, shelter, and security. That's what he's looking directly at in his feelings towards his feminine. He knows he's running out of time here. The time card talks about having to be attentive and aware of the passing of the time. The fact that if you use time wisely and provides perspective to people, you know, if you are not aware of the time that's being taken and passing, you have to be aware of the fact that time waits for no man. And perhaps this masculine is very aware that in this home life situation, this time is not waiting, but the Star is here. Oh my, love this card. This is like the Sun card. And there's a couple of beautiful cards in this deck, and this talks about prosperity. This is a new path for exploration, okay? When you wish upon a star, this brings light and hope from afar. This masculine is absolutely wishing upon a star. He knows this feminine is his star. He's thanking his lucky stars because this is a fixed and fated course. That star sign is stating that this is destined, okay? Absolutely ordained. What else would you like the feminine to know about how you're feeling right now, masculine? How do you feel regarding your feminine? What's in your heart space, please? How are you feeling regarding your feminine? That came up upside down, so I'm going to take it like that. Upside down is a good sign. It flew out and kind of flopped. It's upside down, the fox. The fox in the right way up is not a nice card to have. It's craftiness, sneaky, trickery and deceptive. I think this masculine is wanting to not be that way towards the feminine. The fox, as you know, scavenges and makes a bit of a ruckus wherever it goes. It's not something you can trust with your pets, let's say. The wishing well is next. This card is talking about, it's the same, you know, you make a wish, but you have to have been at a certain place in your life when you make this wish. Sometimes you have to have hit rock bottom. When you get to this wishing well, it says that you are actually getting out of the pain and trauma that you've been in. Wishes will only be granted if you dig deep and do the work, okay? There's always more to the story, but if you've hit rock bottom, this means there's only ways up. This is a time for healing. This is saying that you have to be careful what you wish for, but if you work hard, you absolutely will get what you want. Wishes, creativity, healing, but looking into the depths of your own soul and finding out what reflects back, okay? And when that happens, this particular masculine is then having fights and fallouts by the look of this. This card is the card of 11. It is a twin flame number, but it is the broom card of birch. This is about conflict and strife, arguments. It's a bit like the 5 of Wands. This is saying if you are, you've got to crack the whip to get everything out, okay? But this is also positively, by doing that, the same as the Eight of Cups, walking away, clearing it up. This means that everything gets your ducks in a row and everything comes good after, okay? Having to make some swift movements to clear up the mess, perhaps in energy-wise or three-dimensional. What else have we got here, masculine, for how you're feeling towards the feminine right now? How do you feel regarding the divine feminine? Stable and secure with the house card there, absolutely in its energy. I love that. I always take the first card out as the main energy for my readings from the general. Simple fact that it's the one that starts the story, if you like. I want to bring the message. Okay. This is a good card, okay? 12 is the owls. This is the card of the birds. The birds are phone calls, messages, meetings, interviews, negotiations. Could be a sibling, lover or mate, friend, family. Just communication, just quick in and out communication if it was the birds. Now this is the owls, which means it's a less frivolous form of communication. This is sharing wisdom or urging for you to listen to what other people are saying. You know, listen to elders, listening to friends, listen to what your friends have to say, and looking for important signs and signals around you. This, after the whip, isn't necessarily a good sign. This is something that is stressful for this masculine at the moment. Maybe the feelings he is having is very stressful on him because of this behavior in the past. Yeah, and then confusion. That makes sense. The clouds can be dark on one and light on the other. There are conflicts, doubt and blocked perception, confusion, boredom, change, lack of clarity. Okay, communication can bring clarity and truth, but this is conflict. There's quite a lot of conflict here that's been happening for the masculine, and how he feels for the feminine, and it's probably because it has been a long time between you. So don't despair, because the bottom of the deck just there is the puppy, the dog, sorry, not the puppy. This is about loyalty and friendship. This is the companion that you can trust and will protect you. It's support and reliance. It can be a pet, a best friend, someone who loves you unconditionally. It can also be a counselor or somebody that's helping you. But this is when a man or a woman, this is with the man or a woman, this ensures their intentions, okay? The man is here. This is underneath the deck. This is saying this particular masculine does have unconditional love and is a trustworthy communicator. Okay, there will be maybe obstacles this masculine still has to go over to be able to express his feelings properly. Or even to come to terms with his feelings, I think is the best way to say that. Excuse me, I'm clarifying the masculine. Excuse me. The masculine is clarified with the masculine absolutely well and truly in his energy. He's invoking his energy. Oh my gosh. Bless you, masculine. How does he feel about the feminine? I have to step into my power, and how do I do that? I make these rituals and I invoke my highest self. This masculine is coming well and truly into his masculine power of the yang energy and supportive energies of the divine. How good is that? What is the house about, please, masculine? Why is the stability, security of the house here? Family and base, the environment. Is feminine your family? Is that how you see her? And this is asking your feelings. You are, looking at the time and the stars, fated, destined events, past sneaky behaviour, having to go within and seeing yourself. I don't know if any of you ever seen the Never-Ending Story. It was a children's film years and years ago, and this little boy has to, he reads a book, and in this book comes to life, and he basically lives this story, and this story is about him saving the world from his heart. Okay, it is the epitome of what is taught to the masculine of our time and before, where the male energy should not express emotion, shouldn't come from the heart, must come from the mind and the ego, the external world. Now this particular film, this little boy has to come from his imagination, where he feels from his heart, to save this situation that's going on. One of my favourite films as a kid, I tell you. But he is absolutely well and truly aware that he holds that power. And in order for this masculine to come into that, you have to deal with the fact that you've ignored it all that time. And it's very difficult. And I think that's where this is coming in. The fact that there's been a lot of traumatic experiences for this masculine. Could be drinking, smoking, could be doing drugs, could be doing all kinds of things in the past. I don't think they are now. I really don't think they are now. But this is something that, when you deny your feelings, the universe kicks you up the arse and says, you what? That's what you wanted, that's what you got, pal. So, always be clear and concise about what it is that you want. What did I say? The house is about protection, security, stability and comfort. And what do we have? Protection of the home. Perhaps this masculine has been protecting you, feminine, with his feelings and not coming forward with the feelings. Perhaps because of the sneaky behaviour that's been going on and the conflicts and the fighting that he's had to deal with, which is not connected to the feminine after all. What's the time about, please, masculine? Why is the time here? When you feel towards your feminine, tell us about this time. Absolutely, as positive and loyal integrity coming towards you. This will be coming in as integrity, should I say. Balancing. Taken a lot of time to get the balance back in his life and in his energy. Thank you. Thank you for these clear messages. 16, the stars, these beautiful stars. I always hear Simply Red when I want to say stars. I never liked that song when I was younger. I quite like it now. Isn't that weird? The stars is the clearance. Oh, well, I think we'll sit that one there, shall we? Because this is thanking you, lucky stars, that you've cleared out all the shit that you've been dealing with. You couldn't get any clearer. Thank you. Fox in reverse, please, masculine. What's this sneaky bugger doing? What's happened here? How do you feel towards the feminine? Why is this fox on his head? Why is he upside down? I've got a headache like that. because the connection is intensifying and he's having a rebirth. Blimey. I'm trying not to swear at you. I'm trying to be polite. This can be viewed by many people, although they're not child viewable, but you never know. Some kids do get past that sometimes, so I try not to cuss so much, but wow. The wishing well, please, masculine. What is this here for? What have you had to face? Oh, yes, I was telling you about the never-ending story. I didn't actually get to the point, which is the wishing well. The wishing well is, in the never-ending story, the young boy, Atreyu, who is the main character in the book, he has to see a mirror. It's called the mirror gate in order to continue, and that mirror is absolutely showing him the other side of himself, which is the young boy Sebastian sat reading the book. So you've got one young boy here looking into the mirror, which would be down the well at the moment, and he's looking in, and instead of seeing his young warrior self looking back, he's a little boy in an attic in a school reading a book. He's completely the opposite to this particular boy. Okay, and so this is the masculine knowing he's had to deal with his inner child. He's had to look in that mirror and see his own actions, his own past actions and pretenses, and deal with it. And in order to do that, he's had to have a lot of fights with people in his surrounding energy, people that are in his life. And I don't think this is you, feminine, to you at all. I think this is someone else. I think this is what caused the trauma between you and him. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much for these messages. I hope these are resonating for you, because this is absolutely, if he's looking in that mirror and he's seeing himself back, he can't deal with it. What does he do with it? He contains it because he's scared. And rightfully so, he wouldn't be. I mean, we've been brought up in a three-dimensional world where we're taught that everything happens when you make physical movement. Excuse me. A physical movement like going and getting a job and getting paid at the end of it. But what they didn't tell you was actually that if you sat and created that from a place in your heart and played with it a little, imagined and had fun in your imagination, you are creating a better world, and it happens more freely and easily. And we wasn't taught that. We was taught that you have to physically do all these things. Okay, and yes, although you do have to make movement, you do have to make the energy move and allow the universe to bring you your abundance, because you can block it. But the reason people can block it is because they're blocking their own shadow selves. Contain that shadow, or contain the secrets regarding it, so you don't have to explain to somebody, because we don't always owe people explanations, do we? We have to deal with things. If it concerns them and we've hurt them, then yes, a confirmation of an apology is always nice. But sometimes we don't always do that ourselves, do we? So the owls then. Oh, bless you. Intention of bringing true, honest communication. That is communication. This is fighting, but this is intending on bringing the truth, I think. What are the clouds here for? One more for the clouds, please. How are you feeling about the feminine now? And then we'll see if there's going to be movement forward. What are the intentions? The clouds. Why are the clouds here? How you feel about your feminine, please, masculine. Absolutely wanting to protect the home life, bring balance. He is absolutely dealing with his shadow self. I think he's already done it. He's rebirthed. We've had intensification twice now, and that was in the winter where it said initiate. And he's absolutely got positive intention. That is spirit helping him there with the wand and his magic. The clearance with the broom. I don't think it's to do with you. This is the cloud. Oh. Go on then. I'll accept. I shall accept. Because it makes sense as to what I was just telling you.